Alright, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be the first video in a new series of videos that I'm doing that I haven't quite named yet, but what I wanted to do was take a look at some notable decks, not based on things like balance or anything like that, but decks that have some quality to them that make them stand out for some reason. This first one I'd like to do is a Muhammad Ali deck. And this one was put together by Justin D. Jacobson of Restoration Games. On here, he is titled the Board Game Necromancer, but he is actually the owner and managing member of Restoration Games. He put together this deck, and I actually got to take a few minutes to ask him some questions about this deck and the changes that were made to it here by the user Hubaris. And so I'm going to kind of go through that little mini interview with you, and I'm going to bring it up on my fancy notes document, and we'll go through that interview. I'll introduce the deck, and then we'll probably play a couple rounds with it and see how it goes. So this was my interview with Justin D. Jacobson, the owner of Restoration Games, about his Muhammad Ali deck. So the first question I asked was, what was the design process like, and what sort of theme did you want to evoke from the fighter's mechanics? He said, "I'm a huge Ali fan. After we did Bruce, I had hoped we might someday do an Ali deck. There was some issue about whether we would do him and what format the set would take, but it got me thinking about the design, so I drafted a deck. It was fine. I thought it would be fun to count rounds like a boxing match, and have effects trigger based on what round it was. Rob gave it a try and said that it didn't feel much like a boxer. Counting rounds was too methodical. He wanted to see the punch combinations that make boxing a unique sport. So I went back to the drawing board and came up with the version you see today. I like how it was a bit of Bruce's action chaining with the jab, while making it more of a guessing game about which punch is coming." The second question I asked was, what factors limited this from becoming an official deck, and are you still hoping to make an official release happen in the future? Justin said, "There were two big issues. First, how strong of a license is it? If everyone were as big an Ali fan as I am, we'd sell 1 billion of them. But of course, that's not the case. The licenses we're looking at now are some of the bigger IPs. So we have to decide if it makes sense to do an Ali deck rather than something that's probably more broadly popular. Second, we don't have plans to do any solo boxes anymore. They're just too hard to do commercially. So what would an Ali set look like? I don't like the idea of pairing him with a public domain fighter. We looked into another license to pair him with that was actually pretty cool, but we couldn't make the numbers work." The next question I asked was, the user Hubaris took the original deck and put it through some playtesting and made some changes. Does this version still capture what you were hoping to achieve with the fighter? He said, "They're pretty similar. Float Like a Butterfly was originally a bonus attack card in my version as well. I took it out when we were seriously looking at doing it, because we didn't want a bonus attack mechanic in a deck without it being more broadly used in the set to avoid unnecessary rules overhead. The nerf on Rope-a-Dope is probably a good call. Keep in mind, we never did any real playtesting in my version, so I'm sure it would have changed a good bit before we finalized it." I asked, what do you see as being the fighter's biggest strengths or weaknesses? He said, "He's got a pretty deep bag of tricks. He can handle most playstyles. Not sure he's got any real weaknesses, which is pretty typical for my early designs. I mean, I designed Electra after all." Our fifth question was, who do you feel would make for some good matchups against this fighter? Justin said, "Probably a solo ranged fighter with a decent pool of defenses. Winter Soldier, maybe? I bet Black Widow would do well into him." And finally, is there anything else you'd like to say about this fighter in general, or that I may not have thought to ask about? He said, Ali has a lot of great quotes and nicknames, so it was a lot of fun coming up with card names. Anyone who knows me knows that that's a big draw for me. Let's take a look now at the actual fighter himself. So this is Muhammad Ali, and right here you can see the notes about him, some of the changes that were made, and even it looks like a photoshopped version of the double attack card on here if you want it. So, Muhammad Ali is a melee fighter with 16 health and 3 movement. When Ali takes combat damage, you may return a punch jab card from your discard pile to your hand. So we're going to jump down here to some of these first cards. The first one is Ali Shuffle. It's a 2-value versatile card with a 2 boost value, and it says, after combat, you may discard a punch card. If you do, deal 1 damage to the opposing fighter and move Ali up to 1 space. The next one is a 3-value versatile, a punch hook. After combat, if Ali is adjacent to the opposing fighter, deal 2 damage to them. So we're seeing a fair bit of auto damage so far. The next one is Champion of the World. It is a 3-value versatile, and after combat, if you won the combat and the opposing fighter is a sidekick, defeat that sidekick. The next one is a 4-value versatile called the Greatest. During combat, discard any number of punch cards. For each card discarded, increase the value of this card by 1. So we're seeing a scaling card here, where you can discard cards for an even greater value. The next one is Punch Jab, that was referenced here in his ability. It's a 1-value attack-only card, and it says after combat, if you lost the combat, gain an action. So you're going to see this come back quite a bit, it looks like, if he takes combat damage. So you'll see this one recur probably several times throughout the game. Our next one is Float Like a Butterfly. It's a 2-value attack card, and after combat, there is a second attack called Sting Like a Bee, which is an attack 4, and if you won the combat, your opponent discards 1 random card. Next one is the Punch Right Cross, 3-value attack card. During combat, if the opponent did not play a defense card, this card's value is 5 instead. So make sure you're keeping your defenses up there, otherwise this one gets even stronger. The next one is Punch Uppercut, and it is a 4-value attack, and immediately the opposing fighter can't leave their space this turn. This next one is Rope-a-Dope, which was mentioned in the interview and up at the top there. This one is a 2-value defense card, and immediately cancel all effects on your opponent's card. After combat, if you lost, the opponent discards the top card of their deck. Our first scheme is Answer the Bell. Move Ali and another hero up to 2 spaces each. You may search your deck for a punch card and add it to your hand. There are 3 of those, and then finally, the Louisville Lip. Choose one. If you reveal the Greatest from your hand, do both. So if you don't have the Greatest in your hand or you don't want to reveal it, then just choose one of these 2 things, draw 3 cards, or recover 2 health. But if you do have the Greatest in your hand and you reveal it, do both of those things. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty interesting deck. I'm excited to try it out. Okay, so welcome back. We are about to test Muhammad Ali against Winter Soldier, and I'm here with the user Dreamcarver.
Hello.
And we're going to go ahead and get started. So let me shuffle here real quick. I'll draw my 5. That looks fairly decent. And when you're ready, we can go ahead and start. I have drawn, so I'm going to start with a maneuver, and I'm going to move Ali right up here. And then I'll go for a second maneuver and put Ollie right there. And I'll send it over to you.
Okay. Your 3 move, huh? Let's
Yep.
see. You're not in my zone. Nice. I'll
I
maneuver
am
twice.
not.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, you're going the other direction. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. What do I want to get rid of here? I'm gonna have to boost with something to get over to you. So it's not gonna be that. Alright, against my better judgment, I'm going to boost with this Ollie Shuffle here. And get myself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right up next to you. Then I will, let's see, I'm going to go for an attack.
Okay. There are several things that this could end up being. Okay, take 2.
Alright, and then I'm gonna discard a punch card to deal 1 more damage to you and move Ollie 1 space. So I'm discarding this right cross right here, and I'm gonna move down here. And it's back over to you.
I will maneuver.
Oh, that's right. You can go up on top of that building.
And
I mean,
attack.
clearly not a building because it's all blurred out here. We are in Heaven's Pantry after all. Let's see. I will defend with a rope-a-dope. Oh, that was, well, I guess I can't cancel your effects, can I?
No.
Alright, so I get to draw a card, and I'm taking 4 damage.
And I discard that top card in my deck.
Yup.
Reprogram. That's super good. That's my recursion. That is the exact card you wanted to hit.
Alright. Where do I want to go now? I'm going to go for a maneuver. So we'll go 1, 2, and I'm going to go for an attack again.
Hopefully born in the barracks.
Alright, so it looks
I
like
will win in
no
hand 2.
damage. Alright. And it's back to you.
Okay. I will maneuver twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this map is very nice to 3-move characters. It's quite hard to get away from.
It is, I'm noticing.
I think I overdrew, actually, so I'm
okay.
gonna toss out a card. Great. Okay, I'll toss out Marksman.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna maneuver again. And I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's
Wrong
you.
character.
Yep, that's you. I'm going this way.
In a solo v solo game, it's just about the same thing.
Alright, and then we are going to throw out another attack.
I will Wily Fighting.
Okay, so you... Oh, and we have the nice Photoshop card here. So it looks like you're not taking any damage from the Float Like a Butterfly. I'm taking 1 from Wily. And then now you're defending from Sting Like a Bee.
Alright, I will defend with Complete the Mission.
Alright, are you going to boost that?
I can boost to stop the random discard against me.
Yeah.
Or I can let the random discard go off, but you take one. Either way, I lose a card. So I don't want to choose what the card is. I think in this case, I will just let the one go through, and I will take one, do a one back to you.
Yep.
And
Okay.
you will hit me with a random discard.
Alright. You want me to pull it from your hand?
Go for it. I already shuffled.
Alright. I want that one.
Okay, rather marksman.
Okay. Marksman's not bad to take. Alright. That was my turn, so I'm ending that and giving it back to you.
I will maneuver twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will boost this one with program to kill.
Okay.
Your turn.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say we're going to play Answer the Bell, and I'm going to move myself 2 spaces, and I'm going to move you 2 spaces. Then I'm going to search my deck for a punch card and add it to my hand. Let's see. What do I want? What I think I want is one of these. Okay. So we've answered the bell, and now we're going to go for an attack.
I'll take it.
Okay. It's a nice 4 there, and that's the end of my turn.
Alright, I will maneuver and boost with manipulation.
It's sad that I don't have any jabs in my discard.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll maneuver and boost with another manipulation. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 5. Yep.
Alright. So this means I'm going to have to maneuver. And... What do I want to throw out? I guess I'm going to do this one. So I'm going to boost with Champion of the World since you don't have a sidekick. Oh, and I don't think I drew for my maneuver. So we're going to do that. Then, let's see. I'm going to go for an attack.
That stinks. Okay. Go ahead and pull 2 cards at random for me.
2 cards at random. Alright, I want that one and that one.
Yeah, marksman. And I'll draw 2.
Okay.
And I'll defend with complete the mission again. This time I think I will boost.
Okay.
So that I don't take the damage in the discard. So I
Alright.
will boost with a boy named Bucky. There we go. So mine's A6. Cool. I will maneuver twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a much better hand than before.
Okay. Alright, maneuvering, and let's see, I'll go 1, 2, and 3, and then I'll maneuver a second time to go 1, 2, nah, oops, 2, 3.
Ooh. I will maneuver twice. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright. Maneuvering, and yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to boost. Excuse me. I'm going to boost with a punch jab. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then up here. Like that. Then, yeah, let's see. Yep, then I'm going to do that.
Okay, born in the barracks. Nice.
Alright.
I will not be healing.
Okay, so you're taking 1 at the moment. Whew, okay. I'm gonna boost with my right cross here.
Is it 5?
Or, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I will take 2.
And that's the end of my turn.
I will attack.
Alright. So it was adjacent to the opposing
So
player.
mine's a 6.
Alright, so I'm
Take 2
taking
damage from yours.
3.
I will then maneuver.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Alright, boosting that.
I don't think so.
I'm not either.
So we each
So
take
I
1.
think we're both taking 1.
How does this ability work? Combat damage. Did you take back a jab from when I hit you with the 6?
I did not. This
Okay,
whole
I'm
game
sure
I
if you
haven't
did.
had jabs, and
But now
so
you finally do. So
yeah,
you get to take that.
discarded that jab. Excuse me. I discarded that jab because I knew I'd be getting it back, and then I forgot to take it because I forgot I put it in there. Let's see, where is my jab? Right here. All right, there it is. And was that your turn that we just did, or was that mine?
Yes, that was the end of your turn.
Okay,
You
there you go.
the greatest. Rad. Okay. In that case, I will play a boy named Bucky. Cancel
Okay.
all my things. I will attack you.
Oh boy. Okay. In that case, I'm going to defend with a rope-a-dope. Does that mean you can be? It can ignore any.
No, just ignores
Your
the
character
downsides.
ability.
I still can't be
Okay,
canceled, so mine is still a
that's right.
6.
All right, that's a bummer. Okay, so I'm taking
I do
4.
discard the top card of my deck. A feint. Okay, and then I will attack again.
Oh, okay. This is not good for me. I'm defending with another
That is a
rope-a-dope.
regular 6.
All right, and so that is the end of me. All right.
My last card was a 5. That'd make me discard 2 random cards, which I have none to discard, and then I would have drawn 2. And drawn into reprograms, apparently. I didn't get to play my recursion all game. I was just going for the exhaustion game there, because,
Yeah.
you know, Winter Soldier can do that very, 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 very well.
I had the choice to defend with a 2 or a 2. So, figured there might be another 6 coming.
Yeah, Bionic Arm being unfeintable is pretty mean. It is just a print 6. So Winter Soldier has 6 sixes, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I
Really?
thought it was a fun time. I think it might have gone a little bit more in his favor if Rope-a-Dope was able to cancel some things, but yeah. I liked him. Were there any cards you thought were like too strong, too weak, sort of things? Sort of the
For
standard
Ali?
questions. Yeah, standard
Yeah,
questions from the
I'm not a big
playtesting
fan
game.
of feints that are better than feint, especially if you have 3 copies. So
True.
having 3 feints, that also has an incredibly powerful effect of discard the top card of their deck. Like, deck discard is very, very good. Because it's not only like, a card that they don't want to lose. They don't have a choice about it. It also hits their exhaustion game. So it doesn't hit their hand like random does. So random and deck are both like debatable, which is better, but both are super, super strong effects.
Yeah.
I would definitely think this would probably be a bit better as like an X2, just because I think if you're making a better feint, usually the easy remedies make it 2 copy instead of 3 copy.
Yeah.
But in
I was.
general, I mean, I've played this deck before. I've seen it before. I think it's pretty good, pretty solid.
Yeah.
You did
It's
not
fun.
get Jab, which is
Right.
unfortunate.
I
You only got
boosted
like
with
1 that
jab.
game.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping to do more jab stuff, but maybe next time around. I was also hoping to see the Louisville Lip, maybe get
Oh
some
yeah, that
health
one's fun.
back.
Is that one where you show off the greatest to get all the effects? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. I had the greatest in my
Mm-hmm.
hand for like most of the game. I was kind of saving it for that, but then when I wasn't seeing it and I was starting to lose health, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm just gonna throw it out. But
Champion of the World can also be a bit crazy. Like there's some
yeah,
matchups where like Huntsman, that's just like so cruel. Because Huntsman can only block above 2 if you have knives and play.
right.
What's that one called? Stones in the Belly. So
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed that one. We'll have to do
I could actually see
another.
this one being like a discard a punch card. Like I think what was the one that the auto damage? I feel like Ollie Shuffle having to discard a punch card for this is kind of expensive. Like
It
1
is,
card for 1
especially
ping and 1 move.
since
I think I could see them just always happening, especially when you have counterpunch. Or there's counterpunch in this deck, right? So this is just
um,
like much worse counterpunch, which is kind of
Counterpunch
unfortunate.
was renamed to something. Yeah, right
Well,
here.
yeah, it's a punch card so
Yeah,
that it can play with the punch mechanic, but it's counterpunch.
yeah.
Um, and
Um,
it's just a lot better than this card. So I think this one having the condition feels a bit tough.
it does.
I
There
think
were.
instead this one probably should have the if you won the combat you can discard a punch to auto win. I think or
Yeah,
not to win
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
defeat the sidekick. I think
I
that would make
definitely
it
agree with
this one
that.
feel a little better and also make this one feel better too. Because I think this is just a tough side by side.
Yeah, this one I kind of always want it to go off, but I also don't always want to spend a punch card for it. This one seems worth spending a card
For
to
sure.
get that done. So I think that is a good assessment of that.
Yeah, I think it's a good effect, and having to pay a card to do it is like
Hmm.
nicer to your
Yeah.
opponent when you just took out the Jabberwock when Jabberwock had 8 health.
Right.
That kind of thing.
All right. Well, let's clean this up and we'll move on to the next game. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, welcome back to Tabletop Simulator. We are here with the user Come Frank, and we are pitting Muhammad Ali against Bruce Lee. And so we're going to go ahead and jump right into this one since we sort of looked at everything we needed to at the beginning of the last match. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle here and draw my 5.
I will do the same.
I feel like this is pretty okay. So we'll go ahead and start with a maneuver. So I'm gonna head down here, and I'll go for one more. I'll go right up here, and that's the end of my turn.
All right, I will take my own maneuver. Then we'll attack.
Alright. I'll put that one down there. And I'm going to go for a hook. So let's see.
Alright.
If either fighter started their turn on a different space, this card's value is 5. Alright, so I'm taking 2, and I think you're taking 2 as well.
Yep.
And then you get another action.
Okay. We'll attack again.
Alright, attacking again. This one is kind of useless to me in this game, so... Alright, so I am... You've canceled that effect, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Does that one have a gain in action? It does.
Yes,
okay.
It does.
Alright. So that
We'll
was...
attack one last time.
Alright, attacking one last time. This one I'm actually going to take.
Unless it's not, you don't know. You don't know.
Could be another action chain. I'm going to take this one.
Alright.
Oh, I'm taking 5. That's not great. I don't know if that trade-off was good or not.
Then I will end my turn.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, so I sort of traded it off because I was going to use the Louisville Lip here. So I'm gonna reveal the greatest from my hand. I could have blocked with this, but I wanted to use it for this. So I'm gonna recover 2 health and draw 3 cards.
Alright.
And then let's see. I'm going to maneuver. And because I have overdrawn, I'm going to take this punch jab card and put it right down here.
Okay. I will maneuver.
Alright.
Then we'll play the 1-inch punch to deal 2 damage.
Ouch. Okay.
And end my turn.
Oh. Where did he go? Did he fall off the edge? There he is. I'm assuming you were going right up there?
Yep.
Alright. Alright. So, I'm gonna go ahead and move 1. And I'm gonna go for an attack. Now, that last one wasn't combat damage, so I wasn't able to pull jab back into my hand.
Yeah.
Oop, it's cancel. Alright, so you just take the 1, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. We'll start with an attack.
Alright. I have a feeling you're gonna double attack me this round, so I'm gonna take the 3.
Alright,
Would you like to
and
swap
then
spaces?
I will choose not to swap.
Okay.
And then we will maneuver. And then move the 1 space, and that's it.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going... I guess I'm gonna bring my punch jab card back to my hand.
Alright.
And I'm going to maneuver and throw that jab back down into the discard pile to boost with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right up there. Alright. Then I'm gonna throw out an attack.
Okay.
Alright, it's a jab.
Alright, I will move Muhammad.
Alright, you're moving me away. That's not how I wanted that turn to go. Alright, so I lost. But I did gain an action because I lost. So I'm going to play my other Louisville Lip here. And let's see.
Alright.
I don't want the 3 cards because my hand is already nearing full. So I'm just going to gain the 2 health.
Alright.
And end my turn there.
I will maneuver. And then we will attack.
I'm going to defend with the greatest. Okay. Alright. That's fine.
Alright.
Obviously, I'm not going to discard anything.
And then I will end my turn.
Alright, you're going to step away. Alright. Let's maneuver.
Alright.
So I'm going to jump right up there. And I'm going to go for an attack.
Alright.
So we're going to... You block the first one. Are you going to block the second one?
I will not.
Okay. That's sort of what I was hoping for. Alright, that is the end of my turn.
I will maneuver. And I will...
Fall right off the castle.
I will maneuver a second time. And that's it.
Okay. Alright, I'll maneuver. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And I'll do a second maneuver right in place here.
Alright, I will maneuver. Then maneuver again. And the turn.
Okay, that'll work. So, I'm going to go ahead and answer the bell, which means I move each hero up to 2 spaces. So I'm going to put Bruce there and Muhammad there. And then I'm going to search my deck for a punch card and add it to my hand. Alright, I'm going to take that one. Alright, and then, let's see what, okay, you've got 4 cards now. I'm gonna use the one I just pulled out.
All right.
Alright, so it's a 3 and a 3. Nothing happens.
Okay, and I will take the intercepting fist into my hand.
Alright.
Then I will attack.
Alright. I will defend with an Ollie Shuffle.
Alright.
So I'm going to discard a punch card. We're going to discard... We're going to discard the right cross. And so I'm going to deal you 1 damage and move away. And then did I should take one.
Then you take one, and
Yes.
I gain an action.
Oh, I should take 2 because yours was a 3.
Right. Okay. Then I will maneuver. And then attack.
Alright. I will choose not to defend.
Alright.
Alright.
Then we will attack again.
Okay. I'm gonna also choose not to defend that one. So, good game.
Alright.
This was my hand. No defenses. I was hoping I could get... Yeah. Get in there and throw a couple more of these, but I wasn't seeing too many defenses that game. I was hoping one of his punches was a versatile, but it wasn't. Cool. Well, you have any thoughts about Muhammad before we move on?
Cancels seem to be pretty brutal against his effects because they would do so much, you know.
Yeah.
So sort of like Bruce Lee, where he wants to attack a lot, but he doesn't get as many opportunities to attack more times.
Yeah.
Only if you get a punch jab and they actually block it. So
Yeah, it looks like 8 of his cards that he could have used to defend were still sitting in my deck here, so I feel like that could have gone a little bit better for him. But
yeah,
I still enjoyed it.
as did I. Yeah,
Cool.
Answer the Bell is very. It's what's that Luke Cage card where he where's my money? It's like that, but
yeah.
I don't know, I like it a lot. That's a very cool thematic card.
Does have some good utility. Cool. Well, thanks for playing, and we'll see you next time.
All right, thank you.